Cool. What's up? What's cracking? Got something I haven't done in a while. What's cracking? It is a. Where is it? Does it go live? Yep. It's update notes. So we got this last night, pretty late. It looks like this update's gonna have a lot of stuff. I skimmed through it last night, but I don't remember what I read, so this one's gonna be probably a good lengthy video. And just go read over it, give my 2 cents, and then for those that are kind enough to share their thoughts about these notes in the comments below, please do so. That way we have something to chat about. But it's always great when they start off with the the info saying there's new heroes. But let me get over here real quick. Let me change the screen. Where am I? So, update 1.0.40, Knights of Destiny. It'll be released on the 21st, so next Thursday. And it's got a lot of stuff. It's an old draconian tale, the origin of the Kixie Festival. Cool. So, first things first, new heroes. Added the epic hero Flint, overall gathering and skills. It's interesting. It'll be available from the Flint Run event. Flint. Sounds like a dwarven name. That'd be cool. All right, next. New events. Star-Crossed Lovers event series. So this whole section just talks about like the background story of it. Let's see. I'm skimming through it. So send peach blossoms to your favorite lords in the Flower Power event. Enjoy the new Silk Scuffle game event, and exchange items for rewards in the Eternal Bonds event. Take part in the Kixie Festival event series for a chance to receive the exclusive city theme and the adornments Silken Clouds and Cosmic Thread. Okay, cool. I like this. I'm a fan of the whole like cosmetic thing. Find ways to make your whatchamacallit, your town all like cute and unique and stuff. Let me see. The next thing is when two cities with the Silken Clouds and Cosmic Threaded adornments are close together on the map, a special Easter egg will be triggered. On top of all that, there's even more amazing rewards. I wonder what that'll be. A special Easter egg will be triggered. That'll be fun to see. So, when two cities with the Silken Clouds and Cosmic Thread adornments are close together. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder how that'll look. Either you zoom out or you zoom in. That's interesting. All right, here we go. So, personal development improvements. So good stuff. Now, this is going to be a topic of discussion for sure. Okay. It says new system, pet auctions. So after much consideration, the United Merchants Guild of Tagar is introducing pet auctions, allowing you to trade war pets with other players. In order to maintain service quality, pet auctions can only be conducted between players in the same season, and war pets must fulfill the following requirements to be listed for auction. Give me a sec, hold on. All right, so here's the requirements. The war pet must have 8 slots, skill slots. That's almost impossible. The war pet must have at least 3 S-tier attributes. The sum of the war pet's top 3 S-tier attributes must be at least 705. So then you can put them up for auction if they meet those requirements. That would suck, dude. Must be at least 705. What if it's 704? Huh. Okay, so we can auction our pets. I feel the first thing that comes to mind with this is that, like, I feel like some accounts are just luckier than others, right? Because I've seen a lot of this combination of always 8 slots. They can always get the 8 slots, but the abilities are really poor. And then vice versa, right? Really great attributes, excuse me, not abilities, attributes. Or then they re-roll and then they can get really, really good attributes consistently or more frequently, and maybe 4 or 5 slots, which is my situation. That's the number one thing that happens to me is I always get, like, you know, pretty darn close to really good S tier main attributes, and I'll have like 4 slots. So, but yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't know why. I don't know what made them think that having this criteria is really important, but it's there. Pet auctions will be there. You know, I mean, it's interesting. I don't know. That's just interesting. That's all I could say. Hero skill upgrade restrictions. You can now set which hero skills are upgradable, but they must be consecutively numbered skills. For example, you can choose skill 1, 1 and 2, 1, 2, 3, or all skills, but you cannot select only skills 1 and 3. Then what's the point? I don't get it. This is where I'm confused, because this is you can now set which skills are upgradable. But what if I want 1 and 3? You cannot select only skills. Oh, that makes sense, right? Only 1 and 3, no. I guess. The retraining system has been changed. Retraining system. So instead of randomly allocating skill levels, all of a hero's skill levels will be reset. All tokens used will be refunded to you in the form of skill points for that hero. Skill points can only be used to upgrade a specific hero's skill and will be prioritized for use when upgrading hero skills. Okay, hold on. Let's go look. So it says all of a hero's skill levels will be reset. All tokens used will be refunded to you in the form of skill points for that hero. Okay. Of course they're not going to make it great. Because, like, for example, I have a lot of heroes that I don't use, and I would love to get those, universal tokens back. But I can't. So if I reset them, I'll get something back specifically for that hero. And can only be used to upgrade a specific hero's skill, and will be prioritized for use when upgrading hero skills. I mean, I guess it's better than nothing, right? I genuinely don't understand what... Oh, they gotta find ways to keep making money, right? But still, it's not gonna be free to buy these, like, resets, obviously. And I already did pay for it. I mean, in a sense, like, whatever I put into the hero, I paid. But I guess it's for those that probably didn't pay and got free stuff. But that's not bad. I think that's pretty cool. What brings me to mind is, for example, the rally heroes or the garrison heroes. I wish that they could just make it so that the last skill would be the rally instead of, like, the second one. Because it just wouldn't... I mean, it would just make it less complicated and they wouldn't have to do all this, right? Because this is something that helps avoid all that. For example, Sybil has her rally skill, which is the second one after the rage. And so it's like, damn, dude, I really don't want to put anything into this. I'd rather put it into something else and move on to the next hero that I really want to invest in, right? But, yeah. Well, it is what it is. I think this is pretty cool. At least we get something, right? Season system improvements. So improved Season of Strife registration. All right. Added a new season scenario preview feature. Players who are currently in the pre-war phase for Season of Strife will be available to preview all season scenarios in advance before registration begins. Added a new scenarios registration readjustment feature. Realms registering for a Season of Strife scenario can choose to accept readjustment. When enabled, the system will change to another suitable scenario if you are unable to begin a scenario for reasons such as unbalanced camps or insufficient teams at registration. Oh, see, that's something that came up with us last season. It was like it was a very congested zone of camps that we got put into, and it'd be like, oh my goodness, I think it was like 6 or 7 servers into one camp, or side of the map, and I would say out of those 7, we, for each camp, only 1 or 2 alliances were somewhat active, So, this is interesting. Added a new scenario registration adjustment feature. Yeah, so when it's enabled, the system will change to another suitable scenario if you're unable to begin a scenario for reasons such as unbalanced camps or insufficient teams. And it's not, and I'm not saying there's insufficient teams. Like there's a lot, it doesn't seem to include that where it's like there's too many teams, but they're just not active, and you can't even like fit all these teams into one zone because the warband will only allow 4 teams, right? So it's not like one zone will have like 5 different. I mean, based how we were matched, we were one of, like I said, I think one of 6 or 7, and each server had like several teams with, they were active. So before I go off on that one, I like this. At least it gives you an option to get into something a little bit more fair. Well, hopefully, right? Now, improved team up registration for season 3 and 5. During the team up phase, players other than the High King can also view the circumstances of other teams. That's great. Yeah, that's good. I think that's really good. When the other team can see when other teams can see, or players can see it. Yeah, I think that's a really good addition right there. This is definitely an improvement. I like that. So, Season of Strife 4 improvements. Now, removed narrative content for Tales and Mist exploration. That's so funny. Changed availability of Nian and Way of Siho. Nian that would be obtained through season stories and wonder exploration can now be obtained by talking to Musang after reaching the required Augerstone chapter. That's so funny. I was just talking about this with a couple members of the Alliance, because we are going to be going into that map. I can't even remember what the name of that season is, for the first time, and we were just like, oh damn, we're gonna have to clear all the mist. But it looks like we're not gonna have to anymore. This is cool. So, improved map balance, adjusting the terrain of the Shenqi region. Okay, fuck. Well, that's great. Improved Mana Stone acquisition. What the hell? So, increased level of Mana Stone dropped after defeating low-level behemoths in Season 2 and beyond. After the update, a level 1 behemoth has a chance to drop level 5 Mana Stone when defeated. Increased drop chances for high-level Mana Stone in Season 2 and beyond. Finally. See, because I think, okay, so for most of us that's been here for a while, I think that was the biggest mistake, is making it so that it doesn't, behemoth layers or whatever don't drop legendary Mana Stones until like way into the season, right? So I felt that was a huge speed bump for growth, because, I mean, you want to use the legendary stones to be able to get as much of a discount to your training time and your research time and your build time, but sometimes you just had to bite the bullet and get the 5% over like the 10 or the 15 that you could have gotten. So hopefully this will just help newer players. I mean, for me, it doesn't matter, right? Because I'm done upgrading, but at least this will help newer players. Improved migration permit cost display. The migration rules page now displays migration permit costs for each power threshold. My gosh, bro. 2 years later? Sorry, I had to say it. But I mean, it's there, which is good. Wow. I mean, that's just like so helpful. That just reduces the amount of screenshots for me, because then I have to like take a screenshot and send it, or blah blah blah, because half the people are asking, what does this cost for my power? New realm member details features. After the update, realm administrators can view realm members' profile from the migration approval. Okay, cool. Alliance system improvements. Oh, let's see. This is going to be interesting. So, new Alliance bounty system. Okay. Alliance leaders and officers can now post Alliance bounties, offering battle supplies as rewards for Alliance members who take part. The battle supplies. As Alliance members complete their daily activities, the Alliance will receive battle supplies in the form of gold, wood, ore, and mana. Alliance members can also donate dragon coins to the Alliance as battle supplies. Alliance leaders and officers can issue Alliance bounties offering battle supplies as rewards. Wow. Man, that just really adds another twist to this. That is a huge, 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 huge upgrade. Oh, Darth, what's up, dude? All right, hold on, buddy. My bad. All right, bud. It's open. And let's see. I just have to refresh the page. Okay. Yeah, dude. This is really cool. As Alliance, so all Alliance members, Alliance leaders and officers. See, here's the thing. As an R5, one of the biggest things that you got to do is find things for the R4s to do, right? When the game helps you out just a little bit. What's up, dude? When the game helps you out a little bit and adds these incentives, it makes things so much easier. So much easier to be able to keep the officers occupied if they don't have a direct, task in hand. So I think this bounties, I mean, especially for when it comes to like downtime in Home Kingdom, this is fantastic, dude. It says bounties, Alliance leaders and officers can spend battle supplies to issue bounties to all Alliance members. Members who complete objectives during the bounty's duration will receive corresponding rewards as long as the claimant limit has not been reached. Battle supplies will be immediately deducted from the Alliance's stockpile when a bounty is issued, and any unclaimed battle supplies will be returned when the bounty ends. At least it doesn't go to waste.
I wonder if there's like a little bank we'll be able to keep track of this now too.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be. I'm gonna assume it's gonna be all in game, and it'll keep a track or something, because battle supplies will be immediately deducted from the. Okay, so there's gonna be a stockpile tab, just like I'm gonna assume is gonna be where kind of like the stockpile where it shows you like how much of each resource you got saved up and everything in that Alliance tab section, and maybe they'll add something for the bounty stockpile of the battle supplies.
I'm not too sure. Like I said, I only read my comment about putting a bounty on chance that no one will be able to collect because he's never online.
That's too true. That's the harsh truth right there. Daily activity. I don't see battle supplies in the form of gold, wood.
I think that new hero Flint dude is gonna be that goblin character everyone drew when the people that drew, remember?
Oh, that makes sense. You think it'll be a flyer?
Dude, if he is, that'd be awesome. But the fact they're calling it, I guess, Run Flint Run for the event, it sounds like you would think it'd be Fly Flint Fly if it was a flyer. But...
Right. Run Flint Run. Huh.
You'll see that soon. We're not there yet. I guess that's section 6 on this. You're still on the 5.
Okay.
Right? The right stuff.
All right, on. I'm just looking at this. So we're gonna get resource. I mean, I guess this is an incentive to start resource healing more, huh? If we're gonna be getting wood, but I don't know. But I mean, this is cool. Adding the bounties and then being able to, officers just have something else to do is always good. Now, new season summary rules. So added Alliance season points. Okay, so alliances will accumulate season points for each behemoth they occupy. Damn, dude, this is awesome. Oh my god, this is so great.
Now, is it going to be, I wonder if this will be just for the Alliance or for a warband?
No, added alliance season point rankings displaying alliances in order of season points accumulated. It must be just this, alliances because it's ranking the alliance, not the warband. So it'll probably have another ranking system you can go into, and regardless of what warband, if you are or not in it, it'll just display what you guys are, because the buffs are shared, but doesn't mean that the points will be shared. I wonder, huh? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. The mid-season summary and late-season summary will commence upon reaching the required Augerstone chapters. Alliances will be ranked in order of season points and will receive corresponding rewards. Both personal rewards and alliance rewards will be issued. Alliance member rewards are issued according to a player's member rank and their alliance's place in the rankings. Whoa. Battle supply rewards are issued according to an alliance's place in the rankings and provide large amounts of battle supplies, which can be used to issue alliance bounties. In the interest of compatibility and fairness, the alliance season point system will only be available in seasons beginning after this update. Now I'm going to go back in this part because this is something to like kind of really pick at. So they're going to add alliance season points, where alliances will accumulate season points for each behemoth they occupy. One question that comes to mind is like, does each behemoth have the same point value, or do they all change? Is one more valuable than the
I would
other?
assume they probably would be more for the higher up behemoths, because then that would
Yeah,
also, going back to my initial question about how is this going to be affected by war bands. This might be a way for war bands to be able to work out who gets what behemoth, saying, all right, we're going to give you guys all the bears because they're only worth one each, that's 3, but we're going to take the hydra because that one's worth 3 by itself, so we're all still even on our points.
right. Interesting. Does that put more behemoths on the map in the
But then I
beginning
also
zones?
wonder, I'm still waiting to see if they're ever going to freaking fix the whole issue about allowing war bands to be able to go through passes and build through them all. Still, they don't do
I
that right now. They
I
always just sit
know
there and switch it over and all that stuff, and have to get the
they really
freaking
need to
behemoths.
fix that.
Like, it's stupid.
Yeah, it is. It's actually one of the most annoying things for those that don't know or do, having to like kick the member out, have them take the spire, then invite them back in, and then or kick them out and then have them take the pass and then bring them back in. When I feel like those big let's say achievements can be a universal thing, right? Maybe instead
Yeah,
of like, if the spire will be corresponding to your territory color, it's a universal color. Maybe it'll be yellow, and that'll be representing like this is a universal spot. Anybody in this warband can build to it and build around it, not without hesitations, which I think would be fantastic. Same goes with the
I would.
pass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would think that. I think what the issue might be, and this is just me spitballing. Think about the coding in the game. It could be for the same reason why when we teleport onto warband territory that's not ours, we're technically off territory. We can get rallied. There must be something with the coding that does something similar with the passes and the spire, that they can't have it switched over like that because you're technically off territory. They'd have
Right.
to, I think, change that. And I don't know if they're going to be willing to make it to where we can teleport on warband territory and still be quote unquote on territory.
Yeah. I think they do that to give to kind of like an enemy advantage. You know what I mean? Just to kind of keep the fight going. Because if like everybody could just be on one territory, then I feel that like, well, I don't know, like people can manipulate or find some sort of manipulation to take advantage of. But anyway, I think so too with the coding aspect. But it would be great again if they could just keep those things universal. So you have to keep kicking
Yeah.
people out in and out.
Yep.
But going back to the whole point thing, yeah, I mean that brings more questions, which is I guess always good until the season starts and we'll see how they apply it. But I do like the idea of season points. The thing is, for me, I would say it could serve as an incentive for the alliance to be more punctual. because it has a much more of a value, and I think people would. I would hope people would take it more serious. Um, I think but then it also brings another point where it's like, what value does each behemoth have? Like that would be great to know from the beginning. Now we have to wait till the actual season to see this play out, and then have something else that'll just be wasting our time instead of having some sort of information to kind of form an idea on how we could just kind of be a little bit more prepared for the season. But and then the other thing is, alliance member ranking seems to be a factor into the equation, so that's something else to look into. But I do like the idea of introducing a point system for behemoths. But then here's a problem, like that, where this is obviously a fantastic thing for teams that always get the behemoths, right? For most that don't know, we have a project that we're working on right now as an alliance, is building a team, and this is our second season where we're unable to get certain behemoths, not just because of participation issues, but also the difficulty in the mechanics. You know what I mean? And seeing that like T5 seemed to be the only way around it, and T4 nearly have like no chance to be able to put up a good fight. So that would just be another, also what I'm trying to lead this into is like, this could, as great as this it could be, it could just deal another heavy blow to teams that are struggling already, because here's another thing that we're going to be missing out on. So that's just the good and bad I think about, and for most that are out there that are already in stable teams, that's nothing to worry about. This is just more free stuff, because you have the player base and the consistency and the power to be able to actually see these rewards, where if someone's starting from new, like, again, I repeat myself, like another blow to the team, it's like, fuck, now we can't make it to get these rewards. So there's always good and bad. But I as a second comment, I hope that to throw on top of this, when it comes to behemoths, I wish that there was some way that they could adjust the difficulty of the behemoth based on the alliance power. Like, it's something a little bit more moderate, not just like, this is how it is, it's either you get it or you don't. But that's just me. But anyway, keep moving on. We're going to go to the next thing. So, alliance priority list member rank presets. Oh, okay. I think I heard of this. So when a player is added to the priority list, their current member rank will be set as their preset rank. Now, when a player on the priority list joins the alliance, they will automatically join at their preset rank. Alliance leaders and authorized alliance members can manually adjust. Okay. That's, I need to work on that one, actually.
That's helpful. That's helpful, because let's say, for example, I'm R4, but you need me to switch over to the farm team to help with something, or for whatever reason I have to go to another alliance, right, and drop out for a second. When I get invited back in, rather than waiting for you to make me an R4 again, it would automatically put me back at R4. I think as long as the spots are open, you didn't fill them up.
Right.
You wouldn't have to worry about. I wouldn't have to worry about being stuck in rank 1 and, come on, Churro, I need you to make me R4, dude. Come on.
That is that when you put it that way, that makes that adds a lot more to this point, which is actually great. Yeah, you're right. Because that's like, you get invited and the person is MIA again for another 10 hours and you're stuck in rank 1. Improved administration privileges. Oh, okay. In order to make Alliance and Realm administration more convenient and less complex, certain privileges can be granted to Alliance members and ministers by the Alliance leader. Fucking perfect. So added a custom Alliance privileges feature. Certain Alliance privileges can be granted to each member ranked by the leader. Leaders can view and change privileges from the Alliance privileges page. Added a Realm privilege management feature. The High King can customize which privileges are granted to... Okay.
You're taking me.
Right now you gotta go?
Oh, my mom has never met.
Oh, okay. The High King can customize...
Take away your privileges.
Yeah, for real. The custom... Oh, fuck, where am I? The High King can customize which privileges are granted to which ministers. Okay, that's good. Customizable privileges include title appointments, sending High King gifts. Oh my god. casting High King skills, sending realm mail. Oh my god. And migration management. Oh, hell yeah. Certain privileges and High King perks remain only available to the High King. Please see the privileges page for more information. Okay, that's cool. Migration management is at it's literally a task in itself, dude. I feel like the fucking border patrol half the time, dog. Um, so yeah, this is great. This is really, really helpful, dude. Just to kind of keep, like I was mentioning a couple little moments ago, it's hard to come up with tasks for the officers because obviously you have them there for a reason. In my point of view, officers aren't meant to be performers. They're there to help with the workflow because obviously I'm not trying to make this a part-time job. If it paid me this. Okay, let's go. No. Fucking internet, dude. It's the one thing I need to not fuck up. But okay, let's keep going to improve administration, improve markers. Oh, yes. 20 numerical warband markers icons are now available. In order to maintain clarity, duplicate numerical icons cannot be set. Existing markers are not affected. Beautiful. Added urgent markers. Okay. That's always great. That's always helpful. Authorized alliance members can spend a small amount of alliance points. Oh, to set an urgent marker. Ooh. Like everybody come over here and yeah, okay. Added an auto translate feature. When enabled, all markers on the map will automatically translate. That's always going to have to be on. Always going to have to be on. Improved Alliance Resource Centers. Okay, this is interesting. After the update, Alliance Resource Centers not located in any Alliance's territory will be automatically scrapped. And any legions inside them will be recalled to their cities. Why? Why would you do that? Is there something I'm missing?
Well, because when let's say like we destroy the tower that has the resource centers in the middle of our territory. Now we're taking it over, and their people are just still there farming it. Well, now it's gonna make it to where it's no longer viable. It goes away, and unfortunately, anyone that's still in there farming is going to be a target for anyone that's there. But
any legions inside them will be recalled to their cities. Oh shit! It'll be recalled, but they have to.
That's what I'm saying.
We're gonna have to.
I mean, it's like it's an extra bonus. All of a sudden, those things start popping out. Like, ah, ha, ha.
There you go.
They shouldn't be AFK farming like that while their territory
exactly.
Down.
Exactly. Yeah. Honestly, I'm glad this. I'm glad you said that, dude. Because I'm also, people need to stop doing that and just assuming that you're safe at all times. You can't do that in this game, dude. Like all of it, like in a matter of hours, all of a sudden you thought you had this section of the territory, good to go. Next thing you know, they plan a push. Boom! You fucking put the wrong building in the wrong spot, and now you're exposed. And there goes your resources and your fucking troops and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly.
Yep. All right. That's cool. That'll be more pickings for your birds.
Exactly, dude.
Improved discharge time. The waiting time for players discharged from realms has been reduced to 2 days. Oh shit. Okay. Should just be instant, but whatever. Event experience improvement. Okay. Here we go. New event, Run, Flint, Run. The new event, Run, Flint, Run, will replace Ileana's Crisis in Season 2. This mysterious smuggler has become the target of enraged Darklings. As his trusted confidant, it is now up to you to keep him safe. Attack and defeat Darkling assassins via Alliance rallies for a chance to receive helper chests containing your choice of Ileana or Flint tokens. Huh. So I guess Flint will be just another. Okay, I see I see. Ileana had her purpose, like being a very.
Well, she had her time. Well, for people that don't have Ileana, you can still choose Ileana tokens, or you can choose this new guy's tokens. So it'll give a, if anything, it'll give us more of a reason to use those Ileana dolls or whatever they'll be now to summon those, so newer players are able to get Ileana and not have to worry about, I mean, is anyone going to join my freaking rallies? You know, it's like, oh yeah, I'll join right now because I want more Flint tokens.
Right. Interesting.
So
Very
I
interesting
think it'll
because
be
yeah, it's
good.
always been.
I just don't know if Flint's going to be a flyer or a ground guy. I mean, it's cool that he's overall because that's like how Bahorn is. You know, it opens up the possibility of and Ileana, I think, is overall as well. That's why they're able to have any kind of they can partner with anyone, long range or short range. Their attack hits, everything. So that's cool about those kind of heroes.
Yeah, and the fact that there's skills involved, that means you have that skill tree, and it goes pretty much with just about anything. Yeah, I mean, it goes good with cavalry, it goes good with the range units. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's really cool. Interesting. Now, the updated auction system, new auto bid feature. Set your maximum bid for the desired item, and you will automatically continue to submit bids until you are successful for the current price exceeds your limit, or the current price exceeds your limit. Okay, so Elite Behemoth auction time changes. The auction period has been extended to 24 hours, and the fixed price auction period has been changed to 8 hours. Oh, yeah. When you guys, okay. Now, improved alliance dividend reward displayed for 24 hours following the end of an alliance auction. Alliance members can now view and claim their dividend rewards from the auction page. Not claimed. Okay. All right. Behemoth Raids event update. Oh. Bye. Have fun.
Child.
I'm sending him to his. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I will. I'll try.
His bonitas are by my bed.
Uh-huh.
Bye.
Let me see. Behemoth Raids event update. Cosmic Rock is now available. What does that mean?
You know what? It's weird. Maybe they fixed the freaking issue where it's kicking us out. Maybe that's why it wasn't available or something like that for us.
Maybe,
it was all
huh?
messed up. Remember? But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why they would say it that way.
Yeah. So for everybody out there, for the millions and millions of people listening, the Cosmic Rock and the new map, what is it? The War of the Last Snow or whatever. There was, after the recent update, we had a lot of issues trying to get this behemoth. We made 3 attempts, and the situation was that if you were fighting the behemoth, if you were just spectating, like you were just looking over like the fight, even if you were on any section of the map, if you went over and you were hovering over the fight just to look at it, bird's eye view, after a certain time in the fight, it would just kick everybody out. So which is completely weird. Like, and then on top of that, the bird would fly up. So we would probably drain about maybe the first quarter of its health, and then it would go into the second phase. It would fly up, and it would just like pick a section, like a distant section in its lair, and just start doing all the AoE damage until it literally killed everybody. So there was no way to dodge the damage or anything. I went in by myself one time just to kind of figure something out. I went to the point as far as using the freeze ring to get that that shield, and it just kept flapping until the shield came down, and then it hit me twice, and then it moved into the next phase. So there was some weird glitch with that, and like I mentioned before, if you were just looking at the fight from above, and it doesn't matter where you were on the map, it would just automatically kick you out of the game. And the reason I say that is because people inside that within that season map messaged me directly. It's like, hey, were you guys kicked out of the game? Because I was too, and they're in zone 1 on the opposite side of the map. So it was just a really, really, really weird glitch. And unfortunately, we never were able to beat the Cosmic Rock. We couldn't get past that second phase. So with that being said, I think maybe they fixed it, which is great. And very unfortunate too, because even the developers, I sent something out to customer support in Discord and never really heard back, but it doesn't seem like anybody else that was going through that issue, which is really weird, to be honest with you. So Anyway, that was that. 6.4, improve Roots of War registration. Okay, let's see how this is. Let me drink some agua.
Do it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Increase the number of teams that can register each time. Each alliance can register up to 6 teams for Roots of War.
Can't even fill up one team, damn it.
I know, dude. So, yeah, that's exactly what I was about to just thinking. It's like, what's the point of me fit? Fine. And well, you know what? This obviously, I'm thinking of like, for example, like a BDO. Probably a lot of players miss out. That makes sense.
Yeah, no, I mean, everyone else, I'm bitching about our alliance.
Yeah. Details of registered team time slots and participants will be automatically carried over from the previous registration. Oh my god. That's awesome. Alliance administrators can register directly after confirming. Adjusted time slots for Roots of War. Removing underused time slots to reduce matchmaking failures. Wow. Just on time for Roots of War League. This is really good. Details of registered time slots and participants will be automatically carried over from the previous registration. Alliance administrators can register directly after confirming. Damn, that's fucking great, dude. That's really good. All right, that's great. Improved Crucible of Courage event. Oh, okay. Well, I never thought there was any. Well, let's see what they improved. New auto clear feature. After completing a difficulty level, you'll be able to auto clear some of the stages at that difficulty and below the next time the event opens. Changed rewards and acquisition methods in each event session. Rewards will accumulate according to your difficulty level, and you can auto-claim them all at any time before the end of the event, reducing complexity when claiming rewards. What?
So I think what happens, at least how the way it read to me, is let's say, for example, because there's like, 5 levels in Crucible of Courage, right? There's 5 levels. And so let's say you were able to beat level 3, right? You did 3 all the way to the end. Well, next time Crucible of Courage comes up, you can sit there and say, you know what? I'm not going to try 4 because I just don't have the time. You know, it just takes too much time for me to do it. So I'm just going to do 3 again, or 2 even. And basically, I think it's going to let you skip. I personally think it's going to let you skip all the small fights, but every 5th fight, you know, like the main raid boss fight,
Right.
that one you're going to have to fight, right? And all that stuff. And when you fight those guys, all the rewards from the 4 other stages and that 5th one would all be available now at once. So you're able to just kind of auto collect them. So in a sense, it's almost like an auto raid at that point in time. Like, you're already beaten it. I don't have to worry about doing it again. Save myself a bunch of time. So if someone was able to do like a level 5, like I've finished level 5.
Yeah.
I can now do level 4 because that's all I do now is level 4. I don't do level 5 because I can sleep my way through level 4, and I think the only difference, I mean, I still get the same amount of gold heads. It's some of the amount of stars and a couple other things I don't get quite as much, but I can care less. So it's all about the gold heads for me. So I just do level 4 because I can sleep my way through it. Now it'll be even easier. I can sit there and just auto battle and I don't have to worry about doing, what is it, 6 fights? There's 35 levels, so that's 7 fights really rather than 35 fights.
Right.
I just wonder though, if you skip levels, will that eat up CP still? Or
I was just about to say something about that because it is a CP based event, which is very unfortunate because it does get in the way of, you know, other things, or other, you know, tasks and stuff. So my first assumption is that maybe it'll help you skip the lower ones, and maybe the rally ones are a little bit more expensive with CP to compensate. Or maybe it'll just assume, or maybe let's say you can skip it, but it'll be like similar to the auto peacekeeping, where it'll just be like how many legions and how much it's going to cost, and then it'll just deduct it automatically.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. But I definitely know they're not going to make it like cheaper. So those are the things I think that they'll do, which that's fine. I mean, honestly, yeah, that would be an improvement. But we'll see. The above changes will take okay, whatever. But if you already have, wait, hold on, let me go back. Please note that switching difficulty levels midway will remove all. Oh, well, yeah, of course. Okay, reset your progress. Okay, well, I hope that's how it works. Like that would be a cool idea of like you were mentioning, being able to skip the lower levels and just the rally levels would be like the ones that you have to go. But I'm curious to see um how it'll eat up your CP, unless it's like a recycled auto peacekeeping system that they're gonna apply to this. I don't know. We'll see. Improved proving ground event. Okay, let's see. After the update, notifications will appear above the chat window 15 minutes before the proving ground event is due to start, allowing you to participate in the event and claim rewards more easily. That just saves me and anybody else that helped me set reminders so much. Many people, so many players. You're going to see such a spike in participation because of this. This is the type of improvements we need to see in the game more often. A simple quality of life makes a huge difference. The fact that people will now get a notification 15 minutes before it starts is huge, especially because, again, me venting about some of the players, people still don't understand how the UTC time works. So there you go, having to fucking break it down for them. It's because they just don't, want to take the time to figure it out after like 2 years of this game. So then you are putting the actual times for so and so and this and that in a different chat room or whatever to kind of let them know at this time this is when the event will take place. Or the game can just fucking give you a heads up 15 minutes before it starts, and there you go. So this is great. I think this is like the second best thing in this entire update, just because of how I see it positively enhancing the team participation and just the help it gives me. So other improvements. Okay. Simplified training. Okay, this is weird. Upon reaching city level 15, fast training will be unlocked, allowing you to use speed ups and complete training with one button press. I don't know. Is that wasteful? No.
I think it could be. I could see how it could be wasteful in the sense of like not so much wasteful, but make it easier to spend your speed ups without really thinking about it. Because cool. I just auto speed through it, I guess. But because you're right now on the menu, right, when it shows speed up and it's pretty much gems, or I have to go into the speed up window and then pick the speed ups to pay for it or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think now it'll be kind of the same thing as gems in the sense that, all right, this many gems or this much of your speed up, so I'll use it. And if you have them available, it'll probably use it.
Yeah. It's only because
anything that requires one button for you to spend means that it's gonna be much easier for people to make mistakes than spend.
Exactly. Thank you for saying that. Because there is, for example, purposely like, or maybe they could introduce like a lock system where like certain speed ups or certain time, of the speed ups are locked, so it doesn't pull from that bunch. That would be fantastic. Just similar to when you can multi-select what to sell in the pet store, like what skill cards. You don't just select every one of them because it's locked or whatever. So I think that would be a fantastic thing for them to add. Because I would much rather, and obviously in my head I'm thinking I would much rather save a bunch of the 8 hours and a bunch of the 15 hours or 24 hours for a much greater upgrade or building upgrade or research or whatever, instead of using them in this other field for whatever reason. Just people like to micromanage your stuff, but that'd be pretty cool if they could add that. That way people avoid mistakes. New mail screening feature. Added a mail screening feature. You can now choose to block mail from all players below a chosen city. Oh, that's hella funny. That's cool.
Wait, so Skylord won't be able to send us any more mail?
Yeah. Oh my god, that's hella funny. It's like anybody below 23, I don't want to hear from you. New starred character feature. You can now add stars to characters on the account character screen. Starred characters will be fixed at the top of the page, allowing you to view and switch to them more easily. Sounds good to me. New hero exclusive emojis. Added exclusive emojis for Urag and Thalea, which can be obtained by increasing their respective trust levels. Cool. Improved visual effects. Mount Helios has a new visual effect, adding a new air of mystery to this wonder on the world map. Ooh.
You know, that's an Easter egg. You know, something's going to be coming up with that soon.
Oh, we're going to have to go look at that real quick after this. Mount Helios. That's in Burning Land. Okay, I know where that is. Mount Helios.
I think that's where it's like near the Foreigner's Abbey or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. Okay. Mount Helios. Oh, we're gonna go right now. Let's go look at that real quick. 7.5. I'm just gonna remember that. Mount Helios in the Home Kingdom is down here in Burning Lands. It is right here. Right here. Mount Helios. Yeah, right here. Look at that. Really pretty.
How can you see the Home Kingdom map? How do you do that?
Just zoom out. Oh, wait. I don't know. Do you go to...
You know what? I'm just gonna go to my little, maybe my in my exploration.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Mount Helios. This is what it looks like from above. It's like very Lord of the Ring-ish. The floating boulders above it, Mount Helios.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, I'm thinking this is gonna have something to do with the storyline itself.
Absolutely. Oh, that's cool. Wonders.
I'm trying to remember what was exactly the storyline for the Asian. I have to look at that again because I know when we left Khalid or whatever the freaking dwarf land.
Oh yeah.
We were supposed to go. We went through like the little gate of promise or something like that, or a gate. Did that take us to the Chinese like land, or I can't remember right now off the top of my head.
That's where Tohar got introduced, right? Because he had that hammer.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but I don't remember
So
the rest.
I'm wondering if this is going to be a gate. I mean, there's more to the story. I mean, going on obviously in the storyline. So the lore, which still doesn't get covered enough. I need to do bring some more attention to the lore in this game because the developers obviously put time and energy into making all this lore. No one ever freaking reads it.
I'm gonna go back and read it. The lore is great. I like the lore in this game. It's good. Dozerface, what's up? Welcome. 7.5, 7.6. Improved chat system. Okay. Expanded the display area of the chat system, allowing you to view more emojis and select. Okay. Expanded the size of emojis. Reduced the display frequency of markers in the chat window. Okay. It fixed an issue where players would erroneously refine at all. Okay, whatever. Cross-device sync. Let's see. Improved cross-device sync for settings such as auto peacekeeping, auto capture, and multi-speedup. Removing the need to repeatedly select settings on different devices. Gotcha. Okay, that's awesome. So for me, for example, I play on a computer and my phone. So if on the computer I said I want these levels to be the focus on the auto peacekeeping, it wouldn't sync with my phone, so I'd always have to adjust it. And it was really, that's annoying, but it's not that end of the world. Improved cross-device sync for red dot notifications, preventing duplicate notifications on multiple devices. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, there's so many more things that can improve, but that's great. Oh, speaker face. You got a new name? New screenshot feature.
Oh.
Yeah. Ooh, a new screenshot feature. Yes. Players on the PC client can customize a screenshot hotkey by going to Controls, General Hotkeys, insert the key. Screenshots are automatically copied to the clipboard and to your Documents folder. You can also change the default Oh my god. Now I'll have to keep using that stupid clip art thing to fucking screenshot. I can just be like, click. Awesome. That'll help, especially when we like share, like, hey, look what I found, or what if we build it this way? Oh, improved war pet skill descriptions. Change the text of a number of skill descriptions. The skills effects are not affected. Blade Manticore skills, Gleaming Blade, and Advanced Gleaming Blade, Impalement, has been changed to Impaler's Mark. Okay. Auric Warhound skill Intense Outburst. War Pet skill bonus damage bonus increase has been changed to effect bonus increase. Okay. And that's it. Now, I would say this had a lot of stuff. This is a really packed update. The thing that throws me off is the pet auction system. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like that's just another. I mean, the whole war pet system in general is it's just like a video game in itself, and it's very complicated, and it's just so luck based that I feel like they just keep making it more and more difficult. It's like one update will simplify the previous one, and then 2 down the road adds something more complex, and it's just rinse repeat. So I don't know, but other than that,
it will be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Sorry. It'll be interesting to see how the war pet auction thing goes. Like, what currency do you get when you sell a war pet? Do we get like just tokens and coins? How does that work?
Right. Yeah. No, definitely. I think I would love to see more pet coins, but hopefully it'll be worth it.
Who the hell's gonna get rid of a freaking legend? Who's gonna get rid of a legendary pet with 8 skill slots and 3 S tier? I mean, who throws those? Who gets rid of them? Aren't you keeping those?
Well, I mean, this is the kind of the thing is, it's funny how it says 3 S tier attributes, because a majority of the pets all have 3, if not like the lizards have like 4 attributes that are their primary attributes. But the thing is, I feel that there's a lot of pets out there, people that have had numerous pets, where they have the 8 slots, but it's like not the main or not the most influential attributes are S tier. So example, like for me, the Night Rock is for archers, and its attributes are the prime attributes are strength, agility, and luck. But then let's say I have one with 8 slots, and it's like endurance, spirit, and fucking physical or whatever are the actual ones, but they're like no use to the actual. They're not as effective on that pet. So I think maybe that's what they do. However, then it just kind of reiterates it, like, why would I get that? Like, what am I going to get out of buying something with the wrong attributes, but it still has 8 slots? I'm all over the place with this thought, but it's fucking.
I see what you're saying. I guess like if I was re-rolling a pet, right? I give you a pet, I'm gonna re-roll it. I'm like, oh crap, this thing sucks. I mean, it's freaking awesome. It has 8 slots and all that stuff, but yeah, it doesn't have the stats I want. Like now rather than just, I guess, having to decide, well, do I keep re-rolling? Do I just let the freaking animal go and try and put a different pet? Now I guess I can auction it off. But who the heck's gonna want a pet that doesn't have the correct attributes? Yeah, it has 8 freaking slots, but they would have the same problem I have with it. They're like, well, why the hell would I buy this sucker? It doesn't have the freaking attributes that I want.
Right. And I'm thinking of like the thing that's coming to mind right now is how, I think it was like 2 or 3 updates ago, there was a specific mention that once a war pet gets 8 slots, the chances of it re-rolling with 8 was much greater. Maybe some people just don't roll 8. Like, for example, for me, I never get 8 slots, but I get some pretty damn good attribute results, right? So, for example, I have what I would consider. Let me go straight to my pets real quick for those that are watching. I have one example. Let me collect this shit. For example, one of my moon bears. Main One of the the main attributes are supposed to be strength, agility, and endurance, right? And they're all
Mhm.
S tier. Strength is 267. Agility is pretty much maxed. It's only agility max is at 304 and it's at 302, and then endurance is 243 S tier. Like the attributes are great, but I only have 4 slots. You know what I mean? And I've re-rolled this guy
Yeah.
a couple times, but I'm like, I'm not investing into this bear, so I might as well have really good attributes, and at least the 4 skills that I have are gonna be worth something, right?
Oh shit. Sorry. Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah.
And then let's see other examples. Like for example, this one, I have this lizard. I re-rolled it recently, and just so happens I got the 8 slots, but a couple of the and only I think 2 or 3 out of the main attributes are actually really really good. But I mean, the point being, what I'm saying is that, like, I feel that certain accounts are tied to either having really good attributes or tied to having 8 slots, and it's just something I've seen throughout since the introduction of the war pets. So if you are the one that sees 8 slots really frequently, then I think it's easier to get rid of those pets because others don't see it. And the fact that a recent update increased the retention of 8 slots kind of maybe incentivizes worth buying something that you don't really get to see a lot. But again, it's a gamble. So and that's just the whole point of this pet system. That's why people keep
Yeah, it's
getting
definitely
suckered
a
in.
gamble within the game.
Yeah, but interesting system. And yeah, we'll just see how it goes, dude. I mean, the requirements are quite difficult to part with, because again, like you were saying earlier, if I have a good pet with 8 slots, like, the chances of me letting it go aren't going to be very high unless this auction seems to be worth it. Maybe you do get a boatload of coins and it's worth it, but who knows? We'll see when it gets there. But for this one, that's it, man. I just wanted to stick to the topic at hand. New update, pretty cool stuff. I definitely am happy that they're introducing some upgrades to the Alliance, just to kind of be able, well, not to kind of, but just to have more as an R5 to hand out and distribute across the other officers, just to, offload a lot of the work. And yeah, I really want to I hope they put out something about Flint pretty soon. I hate waiting.
Yeah,
All
no,
right, yeah.
but I'm pretty sure though. I'm pretty sure Flint's going to be that goblin character that that they had the design a character contest. I'm pretty sure that's going to be Flint.
I'm gonna have to look that up. Forgot about that. Alrighty, that's it for me. Didn't really think it was gonna be an hour, but hey, whatever. At least we went over it in some good detail. Appreciate you hopping on, dude.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, but that's it for now. I'm out of here, people. We got a stream coming up in the next week, and try to put together a schedule, man. Because now that the kiddos in school and my new work schedule's kicking in, it'll be easier to have some time to actually stream more frequently. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace out, Cub Scouts.